and welcome back to the Awkward Thinking Podcast. I'm Nas, aka Stacks.
I'm Vince.
And it's your boy, Real.
Woo! Alright, we don't have a button no more. Alright, so today's topic, I'm gonna let Vince do his ones and his twos today.
Okay, so today's topic is gonna be being offended and then support, I guess.
Yes, it is.
So I'm gonna start off with just asking a question. Have y'all know who Chris Pratt is? Guardians of
that
Galaxy?
nigga. Yeah, I know him.
Star-Lord.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, he be
Y'all seen the shit he into right now?
Nah, what's he into?
All right, so like right now, people trying to cancel him because his wife or girlfriend just had a baby, and he made a post about it. Like, you know.
I had seen something.
What was the post?
He said, "I just want to." He thanked her for bringing in a healthy baby,
Right.
and because his ex-wife Anna Faris, and if you don't know who that is, the Sandy from Scary Movie.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know that.
Scary Movie, nigga.
Sandy.
The
Scary
main,
movie.
the main character, the white lady.
With the blonde hair.
Yeah, spaced out shorty.
Okay.
She played her fucking roles too well.
I didn't know that.
But no, yeah. So that's his ex-wife or whatever, and they had a kid together. And I guess the kid had health problems growing up from like birth up until recently or whatever. So people feel like that was a shot at his ex.
Bro, what?
And so now, like,
that's sick as, like, imagine you just had a healthy baby and the motherfucker like, yeah, this one healthy now. This shit like that.
But
is the other kid alive?
Yeah,
hell yeah, I would assume.
Damn.
But yeah, but everybody is making it seem like, all right, it was disrespectful towards Anna Faris. And it's like, I feel like that's something where niggas. Oh, so after saying that, do we choose when to be offended? Are we choosing to be offended? Because I feel like that's a situation where people chose to be offended. That ain't got shit to do with you, and that's not even. The nigga said his babe. Thank you for bringing in a healthy baby.
I necessarily don't think like he chose to be offended in that scenario.
Not him, but just people like.
People choosing. Yeah, I feel like a lot of things that like hate to bring this up, but like a joke is a joke, and everybody gets offended with jokes a lot. I'm not saying anybody specific, don't cancel this, but yeah, I feel like people don't know how to take a joke nowadays, or just like they want, like, say if you said something like, I like your hair today. Fuck you mean you like my hair today? Like, I feel like that's like a, and I'm big on telling people they got insecurities, but I feel like that's just an insecurity of just like, you feel like you think something's off, so you just, you want to pinpoint something to highlight it or some shit like that.
I feel like it's crazy on like a global scale what people get like offended by. In like the grand scheme of things and everything that has gone on, and like people will like tell certain groups of people to get over certain things, and then they'll go and be offended by like what seems absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's probably a whole group of people, like a huge group of people telling, "Oh, cancel Chris Pratt because he did this." You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they trying to cancel him?
Yes. And it's like,
bro,
all the nigga said was thank you for bringing in a healthy baby. Like, the baby's healthy. That don't got shit to do with the other baby or even the ex. Like, but I feel like, I don't know if this is just like a woman thing, but I do feel like women, a lot of women seek to be hurt after, and I'm not saying Anna Faris is the one who sought it, but I think it's a collective thing where it's like anything that you do now I'm gonna feel entitled enough to be offended by it because I feel like, am I saying that right? Like,
I don't know.
All right, so like I feel like a lot of times like in situations like that, it's just you are feeling entitled enough to feel like this has to relate to you, and it doesn't relate to you, but you want it to relate to you.
So, all right, I understand. I understand what you're talking about. Like, you're just trying to find something to stem from it, just so you can feel some type of way about it. Or
you are actively choosing to be offended by it. Like, it be shit that I post and I get messages about, and it's like, this don't got shit to do with you at all. This is not about you, don't got shit to do with you, ain't.
Maybe it has to do with people not being able to separate certain certain people from their beliefs or like what they got going on in their life. Like example, like if what's the lady name?
Anna Faris.
Yeah, if, like,
she's not the one who spoke on it too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like if she was to be offended, then it would sort of be because she hasn't learned to separate his personal life from her personal life. Like she's like she still think is something there. So like people may see you post something and instead of thinking, okay, Vince posting something, this has nothing to do with me, they're thinking back to like a memory that they have with that particular subject to where the point is like, okay, I'm offended because I related that with something that happened in my life and instead of seeing it for like what it is.
Have you feel like you need some more guidance with finance, Vince, or
I can definitely say I need a little guidance with finance. Yeah.
Finance. So we have this Urban Billionaires Club. It plans to educate in the urban community about the importance of money management and methods to obtain financial freedom and resulting in the creation of generational wealth. So, make sure y'all check them out at Urban Billionaires Club on Facebook and IG. All right.
So the next
so where do we draw the line at being offended? Like, what do we consider things to be okay to be offended by, and then when do we be like, all right, this actually ain't shit for me to be upset about?
Being offended happens like in the moment, so it's like I'm not gonna know I'm offended by something until it happens, and then it's like, okay, this kind of triggered me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
but what makes it trigger you?
Just like just if it makes me feel some type of way, or if it brings like, I don't know, like negative vibes or something into my, like, I don't know, but it's like a feeling that you have to.
It has to be personal though. You have to on some level feel like, all right, this is personal. This is
not really, because I don't think that the people who were offended for Anna Faris, whoever, they didn't feel like it was personal.
I think so.
But they were sort of mad as like a community of, I guess, feminists. You can like almost call them, like, okay, I care about like the way that people treat women. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, okay, you're attacking me personally, but it's like you're attacking my
child.
Bitch.
my community. Like for instance, if something was to happen, it kind of is personal, but it's not. But if something was to happen to someone who looks like us, we would be upset, and we would probably want to do something about it. But it wouldn't be like us, like we're not personally being attacked, but our community is being attacked. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on.
I like that.
It depends on like how the attack is. So like, because if the attack is not, if I'm not like attacking, if the attack isn't on that person's identity or on that person's culture or shit like that, then it don't have nothing to do with me. Like if let's say any fucking celebrity out here, any black celebrity, if somebody says something to them alone, like if somebody say little shit to them that is between them, that doesn't have nothing to do with none of us, like it don't got shit to do with the rest of us, it's no point of me getting offended for it.
But that's you though. Like other people may look at that like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has like a huge diehard following, like diehard.
Yeah, Beyonce
so
too.
Yeah, man, Beyonce. So if some bro, I could probably go on like Twitter right now and tweet like, oh, Nicki Minaj's last song wasn't that good. That isn't like,
that's not nothing to get offended by though.
But people are going to get offended.
And they are, but that's why I'm saying, where do we draw the fucking line at being offended? Because that's not nothing to be offended by.
I think we should start drawing a line when it doesn't, literally has nothing to pertain to me. Whatever, like say, all right, with the instance with music. All right, the nigga just has his opinion about music. Why am I getting so butthurt about a verse that Nicki Minaj? And it could be, people can understand, like, it's very... I don't want to say is it situation. It's situational to a degree, because it's like, damn, I'm about to lose my point. Fuck, it's situational to the point where it's like, people choose to just like not accept it. like, yeah, your opinion, like, try to be combative just for the sport and shit like that. Like,
there are a lot of people like that though, like people who just like being argumentative. Like, there are tons of people like that. I don't know why or what they get out of it. Like, you're not getting paid. Like, I can see if you're a lawyer, like a professional debater or something like that. But there'd be normal people just looking to pick arguments with people, and maybe it's just a thrill, like a rush they get out of it or something.
Because it's more so like, if you know, I understand the versus trash, you know, but I'm just still a fan, so I'm just rocking with it regardless. But that shit like has nothing for you to get offended. Like, you can agree, like, all right, motherfucker, this wasn't your best record, you feel me? But people just don't decide to do that. So I feel like we should draw the line when it comes to literally when it has, like, everybody can agree, like, all right, this has nothing to be offended about, or this is like, this shit should just die off for what it is. Because people get, oh, why the fuck she sneezed like that? You feel me?
So, no, go ahead.
I think like to really be offended, I feel like it needs to be something that really like kind of attacks you, or it needs to be something really problematic. So it has to be like an action or something that's done to that hurts other people or hurts other like communities in a way that's not so like where your opinion can still be very like problematic. Trump, like, look what the nigga was doing, look what he caused. His opinions were very problematic. No, but like on our end, we saw that, but on white people end, they ain't see that shit.
Right.
So okay, so since we brought that up, let me ask you. Someone supporting Trump, that doesn't have anything to necessarily do with us, and that isn't nothing that is, that doesn't have to do with us.
I can see.
But would you still be offended by
his
someone,
supporter?
Yeah, by someone.
If you support Trump, then more than likely I'm gonna be offended to a certain degree. Because if you just say, all right, on paper, both parties just wasn't good, so but this is where I thought niggas might have the best chance with, and you pick that person and boom, that's different from saying, well, after hearing everything he's done and seeing everything he's done, sticking by that nigga. So like, when I see people still with Trump flags after the election is over, you're a racist. That's how I look at it. When I see people with that shit outside their house, the only thing I go to is you're a racist, because it's like, it's with his Trump opinions, it don't have nothing to do with us, but it do at the same time, because the way he's went about shit has affected his audience and caused them to become more aggressive and just become outright with their racism, which is now like shit. Now you got white people who are racist, who feel like now Trump was in office, I got that kind of power, I can push over on motherfuckers. I'm a be bolder now because I know it's just not me anymore. That's where opinions become problematic and everything.
So, do you feel like other people could feel that way about maybe you or someone who supports someone like Kendrick Lamar? When Kendrick Lamar in his music has said stuff about white people and how he doesn't necessarily like them and things like that, so they could see you as a Kendrick Lamar supporter and be like, oh, he's automatically racist and I'm automatically offended.
Well, number one, I'm black, so I can't be racist. This is my get out of jail free card right here.
No, the fuck it's not.
Is.
No, the
I'm
fuck
black.
it's not.
I'm not gonna argue with you on here.
You light skinned nigga.
I'm not light skinned. I'm not even light skinned. I'm black though.
Okay,
so
hey, wait. No, this is a serious question.
It's not like they're going to be able to weigh in right now.
No, I know they aren't. But when you see this, is Vince light skinned? Yes or no? That's all I need is Vince light skinned. Yes or no? Awkwardthinking.com.
I'll put a poll up.
Bring your poll. Yes or no? Is Vince light skinned?
And it don't help because the fucking light is right.
No, because you see, we got the light on us too.
You see
but y'all are sitting at a different angle, bro. I'm right. Okay,
yellow.
I'm not yellow, bitch.
You are yellow. Look at you.
Yellow.
It's because of the shirt.
You look
too,
like
though.
a Twinkie. That's Twinkie color.
I'm gonna hurt your feelings in this bitch.
Hey, come on, we off topic.
What's wrong with Twinkie color?
Okay,
That's light skin.
I'm gonna hurt your feelings in
Why
here.
are you mad about light
I ain't
skin?
mad.
What's wrong about being light skinned?
It's nothing wrong with being light skinned. I'm not light skinned.
So you said
Is
you're
Vince
black.
light skin?
You're
Yes or
black
no?
and you can't be racist.
So yeah, I'm black, so I can't be racist. Don't get me wrong, like, just because I'm black doesn't mean I can't be ignorant or I can't be mean and hurtful to other people, and doesn't mean I can't be prejudiced. But racism, I don't got no system that benefits me like systematically. In order for me to be racist, I can't put anybody off to a disadvantage or anything. I can be prejudiced, but even being prejudiced, being prejudiced is like a step two, because it's not like I'm just prejudging you. Y'all motherfuckers got a history. Right. Y'all have a history of being some of the like most violent people and did some most horrific shit on this planet. So before I even approach you, or before you even approach me, I have to protect myself. So it's not prejudice, it's not racism, it's not none of that. It's already, this is history. It's just something that's learned. I've learned how to maneuver around y'all. So that's what it is.
So my thing is this: do you?
Wait, hold
on. Oh, go ahead.
Because
I guess his was more important. Go ahead.
No, it's just that has to do with. So with that definition, the only people who can be racist are white people. Is what you're saying.
I'm not saying that.
You just said that
I said I don't have a system.
You just said you have to have a system that benefits you in order to be racist.
That is very true.
And what did I say? I don't have a system, so I can't be racist.
And so I'm saying, by that definition, the only people who can be racist in your eyes are white people.
That's not what I said, though. So if you have a system,
who else has a system
Asian
that benefits them?
Asian people
over here,
even over here,
they have a system that benefits them.
They do a little system. Yes, it does. Asian people are seen as the white people of color. Does that make sense to y'all? That don't click to y'all? White people being the white
this
people of color.
This is kind of racist. Like,
it's not racist. It's not. I'm not. That's not racist.
You just call them the white people of color. Like,
okay.
So what makes
do we
Asian
not
people,
have black people who act like white people?
Like people who act
Uncle
like
Ruckus's, Uncle Tom's and shit. We have that. So Asian people,
that don't put them at a, so that doesn't put them at an advantage, though.
It does, because the way white people can not white people, the way Asian people can do the same shit that white people can do in certain settings. They can weaponize the police. They can weaponize a lot of shit and be ignorant just the same way as white people can. Just the same way as like anybody can. Anybody can build a system and then benefit from it. Over in Asia and shit, they have systems where they benefit from it. And then even with the light skin and shit that y'all was just talking about, colorism is another system that people benefit from.
So are you saying that we can't be racist because we're basically at the bottom of the totem pole?
Yeah. And I don't mean that as far as like we just black people are, but we are not. When if the police get caught on you and an Asian man, they're going to go to that Asian man's side first. That Asian man is more likely to weaponize police than another black man or black woman on you.
That is true.
That is true.
That's very true.
I do agree with that. I just don't agree.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
I just don't agree with. Like,
black people can't be racist.
Yeah, black people can't be racist.
And I'm not surprised by that.
Because even if you say Uncle Ruckus, like if you watch Boondocks, Uncle Ruckus
was racist towards niggas.
Exactly. He was racist towards black people.
He was ignorant. He was doing shit that he saw white people do. He learned from white people.
So he learned so if you say that black people can't be racist, what is your definition of racism?
I just said it. It's a system that puts other people at a disadvantage, and doesn't allow other people and doesn't allow specific groups to grow. We are the only people who have. Saying,
what do you classify as a racist person? Like, what characteristics does someone have to be racist in your eyes?
White skin.
So every white person is racist? Every white person is racist?
Inherently, yes.
You just think every white person is racist?
I'm not going to say every white person inherently is racist. That's not to say that every single white person acts on their racism. No, they don't. They don't act on. Not all of them act on their privilege. That's not. I wouldn't say that.
So because someone has privilege, you think that they're racist?
Yo, people be watching this.
Huh?
Your people see you acting like this on here?
I'm asking
Because
you
you
a
defending
question.
these white people.
I'm not defending anyone.
all
I'm
like
just
you
saying
defend-
that people aren't automatically racist. Like, you can't, like, you're not automatically racist.
I didn't say you were automatically racist. I said you do have you have
And then also, people need to stop acting like that. Like, just because someone doesn't agree with like this negativity that you have towards another group doesn't mean that they aren't with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree. You know what I'm saying? That we aren't where we need to be as a people, and there are a lot of people oppressing us. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And I'm doing my own thing to try and like fight that battle. Whether you see it or not, that's on you. But what I'm saying is that doesn't mean everyone is racist, and that doesn't mean everyone is trying to oppress us. You know what I'm saying? Is it a lot of people? Yes,
I didn't
totally,
say
100%.
everybody was trying to oppress us though.
You basically said that everyone.
No, I didn't. I specifically said what I said. We have it on video where we can go back and say it. I never said everyone is trying to oppress us. I said we are at the bottom of the totem pole.
Racist.
No, I said white people are inherently
white
racist.
people are inherently racist.
Yes,
and
they
you
are.
said that not all of them act on it, but all of them. You basically all of them are racist.
I said they are inherently racist.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them act on it. If you don't act on racism, are you racist?
All right, we can just move past.
No, I'll answer the question. If you're not acting on it, then you're not racist. That's just like all of us. We can be whatever. We can be aggressors. We are not black people, but people as a whole are inherently aggressive. That don't mean because I'm not acting on my aggressiveness that I can't be aggressive.
Anyone can be aggressive and anyone can be racist.
Anybody can't just be racist. Anybody can sound ignorant. Anybody can say some real dumb shit and all that. But when you look up the definition, real definitions, then you will see how racism is and how racism actually operates. It's not just because you black and you call somebody a slur makes you racist. No, it makes you ignorant. Now, like I said, if we had systems and shit put in place where we could put somebody else off to a disadvantage, then yeah, we could be racist. That would be racist. Not saying we cannot be hateful, prejudiced, and ignorant to other people, because we can. Niggas can do that. We have.
Is the battle over? Yes, the battle is over.
I'm okay.
Who won the debate? You are to decide. All right, so because we touched on being offended and niggas got offended themselves. So let's have a little deep dive in support, man. Let's go into that real gray area of what is the right way to support somebody and what's the average your everyday thoughts about it. So Vince, start us off, man.
At the beginning of the summer, though, we saw we kind of saw like how support went, and it was kind of like eye opening for us, because in the beginning it was like, you got people sharing your shit when you first start off. You got people sharing it, but then it's like you get through it and it's like, damn, you see, like
you get less and less and less and less and less and less,
and then you start asking like, shit, why niggas ain't supporting? Like, you post your stories, you post your content on all your social media pages, and then in Instagram shows you exactly who sees your shit, but it doesn't. But you can see, you see who sees it, but you see that those people aren't interacting with it, and it's like, damn, bro, where'd that support go?
Yeah, I think what a lot of things is when it comes to support and things of that nature. Me personally, I don't. Everybody raps. Everybody has nailed businesses. Everybody has lashes. Everybody has, everybody's a content creator. At a point in time, I do myself get burnt out. Like, yeah, I know you, but like I pointed myself and be like, nigga, like, I need to. Sometimes I be needing to know if niggas is serious before you gain my support, because a lot of people start things and they don't like to finish. So it's like, all right. Like, say if somebody started a podcast, and they only had 2 episodes and then they stopped making it. Like, it was like, all right, well, I kind of wasted my energy doing, believing in what you got going on and shit like that. So I think it's once though. Supporting is very situational in the sense because you don't know if people are serious and you really don't see their roadmap until they do get some traction and shit like that. So I don't think it's always so bad that people aren't sharing your shit, but it's just like it makes it to a point where it's like, all right, you see niggas is trying to, go a different route. And I feel like sometimes, and this is just me, I feel like sometimes people don't want to really see you win and they rather it be themselves. And sometimes like the minor accomplishments that you have is like, why them, not me? And it's like you haven't put in the work that niggas do. It's been sleepless nights. There's been times where like we've gone partying and then we have to come in here, you know what I mean? And I think what a lot of people like when it comes to like that support thing is more so like I see a lot of people, don't, share and repost. I don't get offended, but don't come in my face like, oh, it's such and such. But I haven't seen you post anything. You know what I mean? Don't smile in my face and then be like, oh, I love your shit, da 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 da. But like every time I have some type of engagement or anything, I don't see it's and it really is true. People who don't know you will push you to a higher pedestal because they don't owe you nothing but that support. But people who support you feel like you, in a sense, you owe them something of whatever the fuck, oh, well, for this, you have to do this for my support. You got to do this. So what a lot of people, and I'm probably going on like a whole rant and shit about it, but a lot of people, when it comes to support, they don't, it's like a trickle effect. Like, all right, say if like we had a thing where we was like, Whoopi Goldberg, we was watching Ghost and shit, well, a preview from Ghost. And then, Vince said, she's not ugly to me, like that type
shit. I said, cause a long time ago, someone did make the comment like Whoopi wasn't ugly. People told y'all she was ugly. And watching Ghost, I'm like, Whoopi, like if I ain't know, I think it's The Color Purple that like fucked her up a lot. Like, cause you saw her at like a very playing a vulnerable, very organic. And like she was meant to play like a ugly character. So you see that and that kind of stuck with her. And you think like, cause she played her ass off in The Color Purple. She did her shit. So it's like it stuck with her, and it was like, I don't know, like I don't know if it's because someone else said, all right, she's not ugly, and it made me go back and like watch and like see her in like her younger self and like whatever, and be like, all right, she actually is not ugly. She was a beautiful young woman. It was just shit. Color Purple had her looking, wild and shit. So it just made us think like, all right, is support is being offended and being supported influenced by other people and how they do shit.
It is. It definitely is, because it's like, all right, say if I fuck with this and it's like everybody's posting one thing, you see a lot of people posting, you want to see what it's about. You feel me? And that's the influence. Like, I don't even know what this is about, but I see hella people just reposting the shit. Let me just repost it to my page. But another thing too is like, people. I'm a big firm believer with support, to the point where it's like, if you don't support me, I don't support you. If you don't share my shit, I don't share your shit. And maybe that's selfish of me, but I just feel like in the regard, just like, why am I doing, and I know people be like, you shouldn't, put no expectations on people and how they should. Fuck that. You feel me? Because if you know me and you know what I'm trying to get to, we've had deep conversations. We've, you know what I mean, with a lot of shit. Why don't,
Yeah.
Why would you want to be around when niggas is popping, instead of believing like, all right, let's put some engine behind this shit? Because I believe this too. If you know, like, even if you rap and your homie got it, put that engine behind them. Everybody can't be stars. You feel me? Everybody, it got to be somebody to support somebody. So if y'all put that engine behind people who are trying to make it, that means you make it as well, and then you can go off and do whatever you need to do. So what people don't understand as well is like, Yeah, it's like basically not being a star. Like everybody wants to be fucking famous, and everybody can't be fucking famous. Everybody can be rich though. Everybody can be wealthy. So why, instead of trying to be in the limelight and in the pictures and posting and shit like that, everybody wants to be important and shit. Won't you just put that importancy in whatever connections get to them people who actually making shit happen? Anything? You've been very quiet. Did Vince, piss you off or something?
No, but I think
I did.
I think the downfall from support and things like that come from when people expect support. And then I feel like just put the work in, and if people support you, then they support you. If they don't, then you know that you put the work in. The work is gonna speak for itself. Definitely. Regardless, like no matter what you do. Like it's been times where I've been doing things and I be thinking like my friends or my family should support me, or like they should try to learn like what I'm doing more, or they should like be happy for me. But most of the time, like, it be your friends and your family who don't be happy for you. So you looking for support in the wrong places. Because you got to understand, when you're hanging or your family or your friends or whatever, they're around you. You know what I'm saying? So you got the same 24 hours they got, and they're seeing that. Mm-hmm. So when you're doing more, or you're accomplishing more, or you're on, like, a different pedestal than them, that kind of means more. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say that.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. From what I seen, it kind of means more. I feel like, cause so you can't expect support from people who I feel like you see every day, and then that kind of causes conflict in like the friendships and relationships as well. Cause I'm expecting you to post every one of my stories. I'm expecting you to do this and that because we have a friendship, or because you're my family member. When in reality, I can't really ask you of that much. Like, people say, like, the person or the people that make you rich will be a stranger. Like, exactly. It'll be like the person that gives you your first $1 million or your first $2 million will be somebody you never met in your life. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go around expecting and feeling bad or down on yourself or feeling sorry for yourself because your family or your friends aren't supporting you. Like, just put the work in, and somebody is gonna see it. No matter what that is, no matter you writing, you rapping, you a scientist, you a whatever. Like the woman that came up with the vaccine, bro, the woman that came up with the vaccine saved millions of lives. There were people close to her who didn't believe that. They didn't believe in her science. They weren't backing it. So she had to go to somebody and give them her spiel. Somebody she didn't know. And they're like, okay, I believe in you. And they backed her, gave her a lab, everything she needed to work. And now she was a Nobel Prize finalist. She didn't win, but that got her where she needed to be. It wasn't her friend. It wasn't her family. It wasn't the people that she'd been working with. I think she even got fired along the way for working on it. So it's like, you can't expect support from everybody, especially... Like, I'm not going to say especially because sometimes people do rock with you and people do really genuinely be happy for you and support you. But most of the time, bro, just put the work in and it's going to speak for itself, and things is going to happen for you. Traction is going to happen. People are going to follow. And those people who don't know you, those are the people who is going to make you rich, bro. And who going to make you take you off somewhere.
Put the camera on me.
Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck. My family, friends... My neighbor, your fucking dog, too, whoever, y'all niggas better support me. Nah, like, I feel like if you my family, you should be supporting me. Because I'm going to support you. We're family. That's what we do. I try not to put myself around people who are not going to, I don't want to say who aren't going to support me, but if you can't add to it, then you only taking away, it feel like. So it's like, for me, I try to make sure I'm around people who can do that. And like I said, at the beginning of the summer when we was dropping shit, and it was like, I'm posting shit, and I see family members, and I see friends not posting it. I reach out to niggas, because what's going on? That, to me, it was weird. But I will say, I do understand trying to support somebody could also, sometimes it's tiring. It's not always about, I don't like you, or I just don't want to see you win. It's just sometimes... Nigga, I just don't got that energy. It's like, if you ever had a family member in prison, then you know you love that person, you want the best for that person, and you want to help them in any way you can, but to sit through them jail calls when they don't want to talk about shit, that's draining. To have to send money because they need some shit all the time, that's draining. To have to, like, just go through the whole thing with them, setting up a JPay, having to do this and do that, is draining. And it's not that you don't want to support your people. It's just that, okay, support has to come from all around, so it's just not on one person.
Exactly.
Your people, your circle, they can support you. There's nothing wrong with supporting the people in your circle. But don't put it off on them. It's not fair to them, and that's something I did have to learn. It's not fair for me to just expect for y'all to have to like support me 24/7. Now I do, nigga. It don't take shit for you to share this. You go share that gossip. Yeah. You go share some
or a
shit.
Fucking caption,
yeah,
nigga,
or a weak ass meme.
So
share
do you feel
shit.
like you was wrong for calling all of them and being like, "Hey, yo, like share this or this that"? You don't feel like you was wrong?
No, because my approach wasn't greasy. Like I ain't come off disrespectful. I just said, "Hey, y'all are my brothers and sisters. This is something I'm working towards, and it would really mean a lot for me if I can see y'all reposting." And after having them conversations, though, my shit gets reposted by them. They share it. Because now they know it do mean more to me. That's the other thing. People have to understand that what you're working towards has value towards you. Because if they don't know that it has value towards you, then they won't see the value in it as well. And you can't, this is what I'm going to say the last thing. You can't oversaturate shit. You can't keep pushing the same shit on people and being like, okay, yeah, I need you to support this and I need you to share it. Because it gets, like I said, it gets overwhelming. So if I keep sending y'all videos like share this and keep sending the shit to you, you'll be like, bro, it seems like you only want me to share your shit.
right?
But that's it.
It's about that time where we leave you with a positive message to leave for the week. So, niggas, what is your positive message for the week?
I think my positive message would just be like whatever you have in your mind that you want to do or obtain or goals that you have, man, just really stick to it. Like, you know, support is cool, is important, but support means nothing if you're not supporting yourself. Like, I was reading something and it said that, you know, people who lack confidence, the reason that they may lack confidence is because they've broken so many promises to their self. Like, you keep telling yourself that you're going to go to the gym and you don't go, or you keep telling yourself that you're going to start a podcast and you don't start it, or you keep telling yourself that you're going to start doing better in school, or whatever the case may be, and you don't do it. So my advice is, you know what you need to do to be the person that you want to be. Just do it, man. Like, life is too short, man. Life is too short. Just whatever you want to do it. And right now, like, skip the support. Just do it. Mm-hmm. The support will come. Don't worry about the support off bat. It will come. The right people will see. It'll change your life. Just do it.
Everything is not meant for you to take personal. Some stuff we get offended by because it's shit that we do, and we get offended by it, or we get offended by it because it's something that we know we do and we do to other people, but we don't correct it or something. Like, don't take shit personal. Some shit don't got nothing to do with you. And with the support thing is like, if you don't feel supported in your environment, change environments. I'm not going to sit around people I feel like hate me or don't like me, or I don't know. I don't know, bro. Sitting up under people who like, I feel like aren't going to like help me in any kind of way is not productive. And I don't mean like I need you to like physically help me. Like, I need you to send me money and shit. But if I can't feel like this is a good environment for me to grow in, I'm gonna have to leave then.
Mm-hmm. My positive message, I'm gonna make it quick because we really gotta go. My positive message is support who you want to support, right? But don't support them when it's too late. You know what I mean?
Be genuine about your support.
Be genuine about your support. Reach out to people when you just see them first starting out, or whatever, you know, the case may be, because you actually think it's dope. Don't get offended by things that don't have nothing to do with you, because you're gonna take something personal and then get yourself in some shit that you didn't want to get into and shit like that. And my last thing, because it did touch on support too, like that. If the shit don't work, just do something different. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like if you obviously know, all right, niggas ain't getting that traction. I understand people like try to push that narrative, like keep working at it, it gets better. But some shit is just not for you. You know what I mean? Some shit is just not your niche. It's not your, like, you know, you're working towards, like, you feel me? A lot of people may say, oh, this is for you and this is for you. And you want to be naive and, you know, believe in what you got. And that's very cool. You can have your own Kanye West complex about your shit. But at the end of the day, if you know inside that I don't think this is going to work, I don't think this is getting traction, because I'm going to be very honest before we go. Like with me and Vince, we was making a lot of segments and shit like that. It was very draining for us. And it wasn't like it wasn't for us, but it wasn't for us at this time and moment. So right now with this podcast, it's more of a, all right, let's give us, it's still quality content. It's just whatever you do, make sure it's quality and push it out to the world. Just don't push anything out because you think it's cool to do. Yeah, podcasting is cool to do right now and it's hot and it's the best new thing. But all right, see if you can stick with it for a year, a 2 year. You feel me? Like, just because it's hot don't mean you gonna bubble in the day. Now, if you're a miracle, yeah, that shit can happen. But it's really never an overnight celebrity for real. People have put in some time to get where they're at. So, and on that note, I'm Nas.
I'm Vince.
It's your boy Real.
And thank you for being awkward. See y'all motherfuckers next week, man.